What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Alright guys, so a lot of you guys are now playing along on Steam. A lot of you guys are brand new players, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the wish list. Now this is going to be an important one, okay? So I'm going to talk about beginner's wish list, and then I'm going to move over to actually getting yourself an advanced wish list. There is a massive difference between the two, and I'm going to explain to you guys why and how you want to approach this. Now, I did a wish list guide a while ago for beginners, but I'm going to go over it again. I think it's very important that people understand the difference between the two things and what you want to aim for as a brand new player, and then when you start getting some of these weapons under your belt, what you want to start going for as an advanced player. So I'm going to move my screen over to the other side, so bear with me here for a sec. You're going to see me here. So we're going to look at the wish list, and we're going to talk about the beginner one first. So this is the advanced one. We're going to ignore this for 2 seconds, and we're going to go over to the beginner one. Okay, so the beginner wish list is very, very different compared to how a advanced wish list is going to look, and there's a couple reasons behind this. All right, so number one, make sure if you're brand new, you re-roll for the right weapons. Go check out the re-roll guide. I made a brand new one for you guys. Focus on the weapons at hand, but I'm going to go over what you want to look for anyways and how you want to focus. Now, remember, your team is going to be comprised of 3 different units. It's going to be comprised of a DPS, a debuffer / hybrid DPS, and then a debuffer healer or a buffer and healer. Okay, so those 3 comprised are going to be your main focus, and your weapons are going to be originally based on those 3 roles. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is you want to figure out whether you want to be a physical damage dealing unit or a magic attack damage dealing unit. And again, I'm going to go through the wish list and explain to you guys why this is important. So a beginner wish list for a physical attack unit is going to look as follows. Now remember, depending on the banner that you're on, you want to go for a costume. Okay, costumes are going to be the main form of DPS output push outside of your weapon, because they do increase damage by quite a bit. And especially, for example, let's take Tifa's, right? If we look at her outfit right now, let's just go ahead and try on the outfit here. So this outfit here for Tifa, for example, right, is going to be her outfit that allows you to have Frostblade Arcanum, which is going to increase ice ability damage plus 35%. Remember, this applies to all ice damage, including Shiva, including your materia, including your weapon itself. So first thing you always want to understand when you're going for a weapon is, if I'm pulling on a banner, am I going for the outfit? That's the first thing you want to focus on. Forget the weapon, because most weapons, if they're not crossover weapons, can be added to a wish list. Your outfit is what you want to go for. So as a brand new player, guys, look at the outfit and understand if that is something you are pushing for, because that is where you want to go for. As long as you can push towards the outfit, you're doing the right thing. Same with Lucia's. Lucia has an earth outfit that does the same thing. 35% earth damage. So let's say you're a brand new player and you're building a DPS. Let's say you want to go for Tifa and you're going to go for the outfit. Okay, so a couple things to note. If you're going to go for Tifa, then you absolutely want to go for her ice weapon. That's going to be your main DPS weapon. And to remember that she is a physical attack ice damage move right there, and that will be increased by 35% because it is an ice damage weapon with her outfit. Okay, so first thing you want to do, does outfit make sense for me? And what am I going to do? So first thing, main DPS. If you're going for the outfit, go for the weapon associated with that outfit. It's the best thing you can possibly do for your character as your main DPS. So for example, when the game first started, Cloud had the Murasame outfit, which gave 35% more lightning damage, right? That was his outfit. This was the best weapon to go for at the time. He was the best DPS at the time because the outfit worked well with the weapon. So as a brand new player, go for the garb, go for the outfit, and then go for the weapon that's associated with it, okay? Now, for the rest of your wish list, this is how you want to customize it, okay? So if you're going for a DPS Tifa, for example, and you want to make her a hybrid buff or a debuffer, next thing you want to look at is, what am I going to focus content on? So Tifa, in my opinion, is still the best debuffer in the game, only because not only does she have Somersault or Limit Break, which can reduce physical defense and magic defense, but she has 2 major weapons that can help her decrease the opposite thing. So physical attack and magic attack. So for me personally, for Tifa, if I'm a brand new player, I'm going to be putting in the leather gloves, which will reduce physical attack mid to high, even at the 5-star level, which is very important because that's the highest you can go. So that would be my number 1 thing right there. And then number 2, I would want to focus on reducing magic attack, because a lot of the summon battles are in fact magic attack summons, and they can be reduced. So this would be number 2. It would also go mid to high. So the Tiger Fangs and the leather gloves would be my 2 focuses for Tifa, especially if I'm going her as my main DPS for the banner and getting her Christmas outfit. Okay, so again, just to break down, for your main DPS, the outfit and the weapon should go together. You want to aim for both because it's a massive increase in damage. Okay, so that's the first thing to notice. And then if you want to make her a off hybrid debuffer, you can go for those two weapons and then alternate between the two of them as you need to. Okay, for Cloud, if you plan to go for him as your main DPS, you still want to go for the Murasame, which is still incredible thunder damage, and you also want to go for the Maritime Sword, which is incredible water damage. But remember, he does not currently have an outfit out to match these two, so because you're going to be lacking those extra damage from the garb, keep that in mind when you're going for that. Now, Cloud could also be a healer. You can go for the Crystal Sword if you want. Ideally, you don't want to do that in my opinion, but you can because he's still a really good healer. And or the Hard Edge if you're looking to make him a off-brand debuffer. So if you want to make Tifa your all-out DPS, you can actually make Cloud your off debuffer by giving him the physical defense decrease with this weapon called the Hard Edge. Okay, so you can make him a full-on healer as a debuffer as well, so Crystal Sword and Hard Edge as those two options, or you can make a full-on buffer by taking away the Hard Edge and giving him the Bandage Sword, which allows him to be a healer and a magic defense increase to all allies up to high as well too, with just a 5-star Bandage Sword. So Cloud can play many different roles. He's better off though as a physical defense character. Even if you don't have his garb, he still does come off as one of the best physical damage dealing weapon users out there. So right now, if you were to be a brand new player and you're pulling for anything, my suggestion for you for a physical attack unit, Tifa is the best bet to go for right now because you can get the outfit plus the ice damage, which is really, really good for her. And overall, Tifa can play every possible role. She can play healer, debuffer, and full-on straight DPS. Okay? So there's your debuffs, there's your healing, there's your buffing. Now, let's say you don't want to go for Cloud, you want to use Aerith as your buffer and your healer or your debuffer in your healer. So you put on the Fairy Tail, which you should have re-rolled for, by the way, and you can put in the Sun Umbrella. Okay, so the Sun Umbrella here is an amazing debuffing move. It does go up to mid only, not high, so keep that in mind, but it does debuff two different things. It will remove physical defense and magic defense up to mid, which is still really, really powerful. Not to mention she has incredible R abilities on this weapon, the boost magic attack and boost magic ability potency down here. You guys can see it. Those two things are huge, and we'll talk more about that and why this should be on your wish list for the advanced one anyways. But this Sun Umbrella is a very powerful weapon and a highly recommended debuffing weapon for Aerith, especially if you run her as your healer. Or you can go Mithril Rod, which is not quite as good. I don't recommend going for this one as much anymore because it only does go to mid as well, but it does increase physical defense and magic defense. But it does take 5 ATB bars. It does take quite a bit. So keep that in mind when going for this. So those are the two best weapons for her as healer. Now, if you want to go as a magic damage dealer, right now her current banner is actually really good for her. I don't recommend it for new players as a healing mechanism, but you can as well add it into there as an emergency heal. Right now, her Snowflake and her outfit is really good. Now, her outfit doesn't give her quite as much as Aerith's does. As Tifa's does. Keep in mind, the Ice Mastery only gives 20% ice damage. Keep that in mind, okay? But her weapon is, in fact, a magic attack move. Now, personally, if you didn't go for Sephiroth and you don't have Edge Wings and his garb, this is a decent alternative. Sephiroth's back in the day with the garb is way better. It's 35% ice damage and the magic attack on Edge Wings is higher. But this does also reduce magic defense, so you can have a 2-in-1 attacker for magic attack. And her magic attack does go very high, as well as the boost ice potency. And the support material for a brand new player is not bad because it gives attack boost, magic attack boost, but also gives you the cure spells to make it an AoE, so a 3 or a 4 cast spell, which will cost you less ATB than Fairy Tail, but will also do a little bit less healing, so it's a decent emergency heal. Again, if you're looking for a magic attack user with a garb, this would be, as a brand new player, your best option. If you're looking to make her a damage dealing unit, which she can be. Aerith is a really good damage dealing unit as a magic user, okay? Your other option here would be using someone like Sephiroth. Now, I'm not going to talk about Lucia and Matt very much because Sephiroth is the most popular character, obviously, here between the magic attack users. Sephiroth can play two different things. He can play a physical attack damage dealing unit, which he's not very good at because he only has currently only a handful of weapons, or you can play a better role, which is the magic attack damage dealing unit. You can see here 440% magic ice damage, boost magic attack, boost ice potency. The support materials attack, magic attack, and sigil boost. And edge wings is one of his most popular weapons. So this here is going to be Sephiroth's best weapon here. So you might want to put that on your wish list as well if you plan to have him as your main damage dealer. Aonobi is still pretty decent for it. It is a magic attack increase from mid to high with a regen as well too. So you can definitely boost your damage output by having this on the wish list as well too. Or you can do a secondary weapon here, the Shinra Blade, which is a higher percentage but a non-elemental damage dealing weapon. So you can have Sephiroth here as your main damage dealer if you want. So your wish list will kind of look like this, guys. So let's just start this over. So let's just say we want to make Aerith our main healer. We'll go heal. And I want to make her the main debuffer here for physical defense and magic defense. Perfect. So those two are there. Now you want to make Tifa your main DPS. So you'll summon for this banner. So this will be your main DPS thing. And then I want to have magic attack down as my secondary debuff. There you guys go. And then I want to have also magic or physical attack down. So there you go. So Tifa now can have her garb, her ice weapon as the main DPS. And then she can have 2 debuffing weapons. So now I've got 3 debuff weapons and a heal. Now I'm looking for main DPS. So you can either go again, focus on Tifa only, or you can add in a secondary main DPS as a magic user and put in Sephiroth for edge wings, right? Or if you want to make him a physical damage dealer, which I don't really recommend at this time, which would be the Gale Strike for Dark Heavens, you can make that as well. Or you can go back to Cloud and focus on him as main DPS and give him the Murasame, which I would recommend, or the Maritime Sword, right? Any of those would work. So your beginner wish list is kind of look like this. And the reason behind why this is so important, guys, is that you got a full-on healer, and you want to increase that as much as possible so you increase the potency. You've got an amazing debuffer here in one character. You got a debuffer and a main DPS in one character, especially if you summon for Tifa's brand new weapon. This is the best way to go. And then you got a backup DPS here in Cloud. This will take care of you for quite some time. All right, now let's just say you've got these weapons out of the way and you're now hunting for again, remember, you can alternate between magic attack versus physical. Now, you have Tifa already as physical, so having Sephiroth as magic attack is not a bad idea as well, right? Keep that in mind. So now let's just say you've done this, you've got your weapons, now you're looking for the advanced version of this. So here is the advanced version. It looks a lot different. If you guys can see here, the weapons for the most part are not anything that we looked at earlier except from 1 or 2. So first off, Barrett's enemy launcher. Why this is so important is you get the boost attack bonus because eventually you will cap off physical attack and you can't go any further, right? So for those who don't understand how our abilities work, once you hit level 7, no matter how much more you go past level 0.55, you won't increase at all. So you want to stop and move on to something else. So once you've capped your physical abilities or magic abilities, you want to focus on boost attack. But more importantly, there's these 3 special ones called boost physical ability potency, there is boost magic ability potency, and there is boost ability potency. These are incredibly powerful because your attack stance, the more you increase these points, will increase the output of physical, magical, or ability damage that you do. So what this essentially means is, you know the little red stance you have? When it's full, your attack stance, when it's maxed out, will increase your physical ability damage up to 80% at 55 points. So this here is what you're going to be looking for Tifa, for example, with her ice damage, right? You want the physical ability potency increase. Now, for someone like Sephiroth, if he's your main damage dealer, you want to get as much boost magic attack from there and boost magic ability potency instead. Now, this will increase the magic attack potency up to 80%. So you can see here, the enemy launcher is here for a reason because it increases attack plus the physical potency. The Sun Umbrella is here because it's the perfect sub-weapon. It increases magic attack, right? If you look here, and also magic ability potency. And then you have the Killer Hornet here, which also increases physical attack, which is perfect for physical attack damage dealers. So for example, Tifa, and also boost physical ability potency. You guys can see here, it goes up to 36. And then you have Mad Minute from Lucia with boost HP and physical ability potency. So again, very important one to note. And this one, physical ability potency is way, way higher. So keep that in mind. You guys can see here, it goes up to 48, which is crazy. And then also, the last one here is up to you. I have this one here for boost magic attack and boost ice potency because I'm focusing on ice. But you can essentially put anything else here that boosts magic attack or boost physical attack or boost ability potency, right? And the way to really check that is you can filter it here. You can check the R ability, go to special, and you can click off any of these ones you think that you want to focus on, right? And you'll see the weapons that will pop up. If I filter it, see Cloud has this, Barrett has these 2, Tifa has that, Sun Umbrella, Red 13 doesn't have any, Zack has those 2, Glenn has this one, Matt has these 2, Lucia has those two, and Sephiroth has these three. Okay, so that's how you'll determine which one you want. But ideally, you want it to look kind of like this. Enemy Launcher, Sun Umbrella, Killer Hornet, Mad Minute, and then you can choose what you want as your last one depending on what you're looking for, okay? So if I want, for example, Shinra Blade, it has the boost ability potency. If I go for the Mithril type Katana, it has the boost magic ability potency. If I go for Ionobi, it has the boost ability potency, etc., right? So you just look through the weapons and see which ones make sense to you and for your build. But for these four, for sure, should be on there with a fifth that you think is best for your build. And that's, guys, how you want to build up your account as an advanced wish list, okay? These will be a massive boost to your DPS output, and you guys will see a crazy increase in your damage, whether you're in dungeons, in boss fights, or in dungeon rankings. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was insightful. If you have any questions, obviously, let me know in the comment sections. If I missed anything, if I missed a weapon, let me know as well. But these should be your main goal, guys. Personally, I've been going for the Power Soul as my last weapon because I think that boost HP and boost magic ability is crazy good. So you guys can always replace it like that and make your whole list look like this for the advanced one, okay? So there you guys go. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.